14 boxes. 13 boxes, one crate. So 14 boxes in crates. 15 with the audiobooks. I finally cleared it out. It's Friday, August 2nd, 2024. And what I don't have now are a ton of Gaylords filled with CDs. As you can see, I don't have a ton lined up here. I just have one over here, which it does not have any CDs in it. It just uses for storage. So now all I have are all those boxes, which sucks back here, but that's okay. I'll get through these. Give me a few weeks. I'll get through all of those and yeah, enter the next phase of clearing stuff out. I also got a box of audiobooks. But yeah, it feels really good to have cleaned out that last Gaylord. But at least, yeah, so at least, or so for tomorrow, Saturday, I'm not working, and the person that's working will just close the store, and that Gaylord, actually that Gaylord's going to stay out there all night tonight. All that's in there though is there's pallets, there's a couple of shelves, some crates. It's not much, you know. If someone wants to vandalize, they're going to do it, but it's going to stay out there until Sunday. But it feels really good. And I'm already thinking about what the next phase is once I get past, like I've talked about before, sorting through all these CDs and then finally getting to all these stacks of CDs that have been sitting here for so long that they're driving me crazy. I don't even know what it's like to not have those stacks of CDs there, and I'm going to deal with all the DVDs that are stacked over there also. All that stuff's going to be either put in lots, eBay lots, or it's pulled. The discs are going to be pulled, including all these stacks over here. So that's going to be dealt with. And I already showed you the bathroom in the corner and how many CDs I have accumulated. I'm excited though. I'm excited to go through those to see how many awesome lots I can build and sell on eBay. That'll be really great. I'll share that with you. But for now, I got to dig into these DVDs. I made 2 buys. This guy came in. He comes in frequently, especially recently. He's been coming in, bringing me Blu-rays and DVDs. So I'm going to go through all this. If I have time, I'll share with you what I've found. I probably paid a little too much for it, about an average of like a buck a DVD, but there are some in there that are worth more, and there's some Blu-rays, although a good amount of those Blu-rays are kids DVDs, but we'll see how we do. He does bring me on average some good stuff. Yeah, so I'm going to get to that, and I'll share that with you if I have a second. I'm probably not going to get to any of these. It turned out that there are 11, 12, is that 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorry, 13, 14, plus another 3, so 17 boxes of CDs that I pulled out from that one Gaylord of only CDs. So I did the rough math, and it was around 2,500 CDs that were in there, and that was not completely packed to the top. There was still a little more room. You could probably fit a couple, another 100 or 200, depending on how you set it up. But yeah, those hold a lot if they're only CDs. They're mixed media. It's, on average, I found about 700 to like 900 CDs that are in there, depending on how many, if they've mixed it really well. Sometimes it'll be heavy on DVDs, that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to dive into these, see what I find. I started this video on Saturday, not this clip, but this video, and now it is Monday, what is it, August 5th, 2024, so 2 days later, and I want to talk about some sales I had over the weekend. I had some good amount of sales and some quality higher profit sales as well, including this Barney VHS tape lot. If you remember from a few months ago, I got a huge donation of kids DVD and VHS tapes. I have sold off most of them, but I still have some for sale. This is one of them. 28 Barney VHS tapes. This is the second largest lot of Barney VHS tapes that I have for sale. I have another one that's over 50 and hasn't sold yet, so I'm still waiting to sell that one. But
This one sold for, I took an offer. I had listed for $99.99, took an offer of $75 plus shipping. After all fees, it was actually $62.42 profit, so not bad. Again, these were all donations from a longtime customer that they had a massive collection because their kid collected them. So yeah, I've sold, let's see how many. I think I've sold 29 of the lots I've listed. Here's all of the lots that have sold on eBay from that big donation. So we have Barney, Baby Einstein, Nickelodeon. We have Rugrats, Blue's Clues, Hannah Montana, Barney, something called Between the Lions. What else? Veggie Tales, Peanuts, Snoopy. Yeah, so most of them were essentially Baby Einstein, Blue's Clues, Barney, but a few others. So here is, I have the grand total. So this is, it says 31, but there's actually 29 that sold. And the grand total net profit is $1,000.92. Sorry, $1,092.84. So that is, again, the net profit. So this is after all shipping and eBay fees, whatever the fees are. So as an example, this one sold for $75, this recent one. Shipping, what they paid, what I paid, and this is the $62.42 is after everything, all the fees and whatnot. So $1,092.84, not bad. And I still have more to sell, as I already said. So, let's say I end up making $1,400 after all is said and done. That's pretty darn good for something that came in for free. That I just had to. I mean, the downside was for this DVDs, a lot of them I had to clean up, unfortunately. So that took a little more time. If you don't have an EcoPro 2 or a similar type of disc resurfacing or cleaning machine, then and you have a lot of messed up discs, it's going to be rough, right? You're probably not going to be able to sell a lot of them. So anyway, that took some time, but nonetheless, it was good. Really nice, sales on that. And if you remember, I paid $10 for 25 laser discs. I sold 22 of them in one big lot locally, and then I already sold Vertigo, and then I sold that Japanese language Disney, what is it, Singing in the South, something like that. It sold for like $80, almost $90. And this is the third one that sold individually for $27.99 plus shipping. Video Essentials, optimizing your audio video system. If you see this one, it goes consistently. For Laserdisc fanatics, they're going to buy this. So if you come across it, definitely pick it up. If you can get it for a couple bucks, it's worth paying for and listing. Here's a bunch of individual stuff and some small lots that sold. Like these two are both signed by the same author, L. Neil Smith. Those sold together. All these are individual ones. Then there's a really nice sale down here. This was from that big J.R. Tolkien book donation. Both of these together, so these are Middle Earth Quest, together as a lot, sold for $129.99 plus shipping. So really amazing sale. If you come across either of these individually, you can sell them individually if you come for good money. If you come across them together, put them together, you can get some really nice money. These are in pretty good shape. It's not like excellent condition, but I would say good condition. And yeah, some really good money in some of these books. So it's just really important to know, keep a database in your brain, know what sells, what's worth your time. Something also I'm noticing is now we're, 5 days into August, is I'm noticing that sales have picked up for me on eBay, and I'm selling older items that have been sitting for a while, which to me indicates that there's just more buyers going on eBay and probably on Amazon looking for things to buy. Now that the summer is winding down, I know that August is kind of depends on where you live. Here, there's some school districts that are already going back to school this week, while my kid's school district is not going back until the 28th of August. But, it varies. So some people are still in summer for a few more weeks. At the absolute latest, they might start school at the very beginning of September. But in the next month or so, everyone's going back to school, which means people are not traveling. They're back home. They're going to spend more time looking for things to buy on Amazon and eBay. And that's a good thing for us as sellers. Again, it doesn't matter whether it's the slowest time of the year in the heart of summer in June and July. I still made sales, and you should too, because you should still keep listing quality items, and you should run promotions to get rid of items that, promotions that might entice people to buy something. So I'm just noticing this trend. Like every day, every week, you should still be listing. You don't have to list every day, but I would say weekly you need to be listing, ideally, and putting some quality items up, no matter what you're putting or what time of year it is. As long as you're putting up stuff that people are buying, then you're good. So stuff that had either I listed or other people listed for me a couple years ago, a few months ago, earlier this year, whatever, they're selling now, and it's only August. So this is a really, you can see it's a great sign. You can see this as a seller, and I recommend. This is why I've been so big on listing consistently, and getting a lot of quality items up, because I know they're going to sell. It's just that things are going to be slower in the summer, but things will still sell. It's just some of the things won't sell until now, and as we get into the best part of the year. I mean, guys, we are entering. If you're in books, you're entering the best time of the year, especially if you have books that are scholarly or textbooks. But regardless of what media you're selling, we're now heading into the very beginning of the best time of year, right? Which is basically like, August, September, all the way through to February, because you're back to school, holidays are starting to come, and then when you're in the thick of the holidays and Christmas, people are buying tons of stuff. Even after Christmas, people are buying tons of stuff, and then it's back to school again in January into February, and it kind of tapers off in March. It slows down a little bit, but nonetheless, I still had sales in June and July, the two slower months of the year. As long as you're listing good stuff, people are still buying. Not everybody is following those trends, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Keep listing good stuff, not just anything, but stuff that's actually going to sell. And you should see sales coming in, whether it's Amazon or eBay. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Keep working hard. Take care.